Hey, what's up, everybody? John Dorsey here with workingonlineinhome.com. And yeah, today I want to talk about if it's smart to buy website traffic. Well, me personally, I think that's probably one of the smartest things you can do once you figure it out, once you take your time to learn how to do it the right way. It can be really, really beneficial. And you probably heard about many success stories of people doing well on the internet. And a lot of that, well, I wouldn't say all of them, but most of them can equate their success to paid traffic. And so it's not just luck. They basically took the time to learn the skill of getting paid traffic and harness that skill, whether it's generating more traffic for themselves and making money, or creating a product that shows other people how to get paid traffic. And getting paid traffic is just like any other business. All businesses need to advertise, whether it's word of mouth or putting ads in the newspaper, magazines, advertising on TV, the radio. So that's kind of what the internet is built on, is paid traffic. That's why the internet is mostly free. I remember when the internet first, was getting more mainstream. I would have to say 90% of everything on the internet was free at that point. You didn't have to hardly pay for anything. As time went on, people started charging for a lot of the stuff that used to be free. They had to start charging for, or because it was getting so popular and people were starting to use up so much of the resources, they had to fund the hosting, they had to fund the bandwidth, they had to fund hiring more people to keep up with more demand. So it's either they charge the customer for access to whatever resource there is, or they open up their services to bring in advertisers. That's why YouTube now has commercials or advertising, even though I think it was 2 years ago or a year ago, there was no ads on YouTube. But now to support how big how popular, how big it's gotten, they basically supporting themselves with advertising. So how can you use paid advertising to your advantage, whether it's a product you're trying to promote, a service, an opportunity, or maybe we're just trying to have a cause that you're trying to promote, but don't necessarily have the instead of doing it you try doing it the free way, but you want to get more exposure by dabbling into paid traffic. So how do you do that? Well, let's take a product, for example. If you have your niche is dog training, and you want to promote let's say you got a book on dog training, so you want to do your keyword research on dog training, but chances are your book isn't that general. Well, I wouldn't hope it is, because because dog training is too broad of a niche to try to get any real exposure in. So let's say the main focus of your dog training or whatever you're trying to promote is teaching a dog to sit. So now what you want to do is do your keyword research for teach a dog to sit. How can I get my dog to sit down on command? So you would do keyword research based on keywords like that. Pick the ones with the most searches, but with the least competition. And I guess in other videos I'll show you an example how to do that. So what you want to do is, when you get your focus narrowed down, get as many keywords as you can that has a high search volume but low competition. And let's say if you want to take it the pay-per-click route. Now every time somebody types in how do I teach my dog to sit, or teach a dog to sit, and if they click on your ad, you pay, let's say it's 20 cents per click. So every time somebody click on your ad for that term, you get charged 20 cents. So for simplicity's sake, let's say you have 5 keywords. Let's say 3 of those, let's say you got a landing page. You got 3 keywords. You got 5 keywords. 3 of those keywords actually getting click-throughs. And then 2 of those keywords are actually converting to opt-ins. So what you want to do at that point to optimize is you get rid of the other three keywords and you keep the two. That's how you optimize. And then you focus on those two keywords as far as getting those keywords to convert to sales. And that might take tweaking your landing page or tweaking your sales page or your ad copy. It depends on where you're sending them to. You might want to tweak where you send them to, because maybe you send them to maybe the page you send them to is not the most ideal page. Because you'll find some people that they'll have a site, let's say it's based on dog training, and your keywords focus is teach a dog to sit, but they might be just sending them to the entire catalog of, let's say, you offer a couple of different books. They send them to the whole directory with 5 different books instead of sending them right to that specific book for teach your dog to sit. So that's how you optimize your pay-per-click campaign. Because if you don't optimize, you end up wasting a lot of money. If you were spending $20 let's say you're spending $20 a day on those 5 keywords, but only 2 of those were converting, and then maybe your spend for those 2 were, let's just say, $10 total. Well, do you want to spend $20 the next day for the same conversion rate, or you want to spend $10 the next day for keywords you know that convert? So that's the whole point of optimizing. And once you get all that narrowed down, the keywords, and get your landing page optimized, and then you're starting to get conversions to sales. Then at that point, you can basically scale up and basically write your own paycheck. Because if you know that your page, if you know your ad, if you get the keywords that you know that convert, and you know your page converts at, let's say, 30%, then pretty much you can just scale up from that point, because you have a general idea of how well your page is going to do in that market. So you scale up, and then I don't want to say sit back and let the money roll in, but that's pretty much the idea. So paying for traffic is a good idea. As long as you know what you're doing, paying for traffic is basically what keeps the internet mostly free, like I said earlier. It's what makes the World Wide Web go round. But to get some advanced knowledge about generating traffic and optimization, I got a link below this video that will take you to a form where you need to enter your email address, and Todd will show you some examples of what his 9-step formula for traffic did for him. So say no more, click the link below, any email, and watch the video on the other side. Take advantage and benefit from the knowledge he has to offer. I'm out.